Hello, hello. How are you guys? So, what is it? Lunchtime? Lunchtime. I'm lighting my sage and Palo Santo to just kind of clear the air. Clear, keep me present. I don't know if you guys do sage or Palo Santo. I use it all the time. I've been saging and smudging for so many freaking years. I don't even, hang on, let me make sure this is good. Try another way of going live. Oh, I was like, what does that even mean? I can never see comments on these things because the way my phone sits. But anyway, so I've been smudging for years and years and years. I introduced Palo Santo. I actually bought Palo Santo, which you guys just translates to holy wood. It just helps clear stagnant energy, get things moving again. I bought it years and years ago, and I only just started using it because I was like, I don't understand it. Why doesn't it burn the same way as sage? Anyway, so I digress. Today, you guys, I'm hopping on, because that's what we always say when we're live. I'm just going to hop on here. I'm going to bunny hop, and we're going to chat. No, I'm hopping on here because I wanted to talk about, especially to you women, but men as well, what we're doing to make ourselves small, to basically fit whatever makes those around us comfortable versus stepping into the space of truly owning who we are, right? So I'm going to use one of my girlfriends as an example, and she knows who she is, and I'm not going to say any names, but she is tall and beautiful and successful, and I watch her, and she doesn't step into that space. She will kind of stand a little hunched, and she will I just watch her physically make herself smaller because she understands that she has a presence, right? So when a woman or a man who owns themselves walks into a room, everyone shifts. It does not matter if they are drop dead gorgeous or have all the muscles in the world. If they truly sit in their truth, they stop a room, all right? But here's the thing is everyone can do that, and everyone deserves to sit in that truth. I mean, maybe we might end up living in a world all day where we're like, damn, because everyone's sitting in that space, but that's awesome. So some ways that you may be making yourself small, like physically, is carrying weight, right? Sometimes carrying weight, we do that because of emotional traumas. We carry that weight, but we also carry weight because we feel like we're not good enough. And sometimes it's a way to get in our own way of not stepping into our greatest self. All right. So, and I'm not saying that you're carrying weight intentionally or anything. I will never share with you anything that I haven't done myself. So I know in the past when I would carry like an extra 10, 15, 20 pounds probably, first off, it was emotional stuff that I had not worked through yet. It was also a way for me, subconsciously, to make those around me comfortable, because we all have something that makes us shine. Like this little light of mine, everyone has it. Like you're born with it. You wouldn't be born here today if you did not have the same light that God has and that God placed in you and placed in all of us. But our human side recognizes, and things happen as children that shifts that blueprint, right? So then we create these subconscious patterns of like, let me make myself small. So you may be making yourself small by carrying extra weight. You may be doing it just by posture alone. Like you might be somebody that just sits. I have a lot of members in my gym. When we do our briefs, we get in a circle and we brief and we talk, and they'll stand like this. And I always tell them, open up. Like, open up. This is inviting. This is a safe space for you. This is a fun space. Like, life is supposed to be fun, and you have nothing to hide here. So if you are one of those people that physically make yourself small because of whatever has happened in your life, start slowly by seeing if you can open a little bit. All right? It doesn't mean that you're not still safe at where you're at. And I'm not talking about, like, physical safety. That might be part of it. But, I mean, you generally know, like, at your gym or somewhere, you're fairly physical safe. I'm talking about that emotional safety. Start knowing that you're taken care of and opening up that way. Other physical ways, those are kind of the two that I see a lot. I really see a lot. Other physical ways that we make ourselves small, and that I have done, is we tend to manifest. I'm getting ready to say the word face. Manifest other physical things, such as like maybe acne. All right, some of you guys that have known me for a long time know that that was actually something I really struggled with. Starting in my 20s, it didn't happen. Like my teenage years, my skin was radiant and glowing. I didn't experience that hormonal stuff, but after a lot of literal trauma happened in my life, which happened a little bit in childhood, but a lot more in the teenage years, I didn't really know how to deal with, because you're not really given a manual on like, here, this effed you up, this is how you handle it, right? Nobody is. So for me, it manifested in a lot of anxiety and a lot of acne, and I would struggle off and on, and it was directly linked to my self-worth, my self-confidence, my self-love. But that was also a way, because I knew I had a light somewhere in me, to make myself small and make others around me comfortable. Other ways, if you're a competitive person, all right, or maybe not, but if you are working out, other ways you're making yourself small is slowing yourself down to the person next to you. So if you're in a race and you're like, and it's not, and a lot of the stuff, you guys, I'm not saying is like in the forefront of our mind. It's just stuff that we do that we're not even aware that we're doing. And so I'm asking you to start being aware of where you're doing this. So maybe you're slowing yourself down a little bit because you feel bad passing that person in whatever capacity it may be. Maybe you're not tooting your own horn enough. Like maybe you're with your girlfriends and you're like, I don't want to seem braggadocious. I don't want to seem braggadocious, or I don't want to post this, or I don't want to say this. Why not? Where's the intent behind it? If the intent behind it is simply to inspire and share and celebrate yourself, then those that love you will do the same. All right? So stop making yourself small. Some emotional ways we do it, like I've already talked about, you can manifest things emotionally. And then just mental ways we do it all the time is our self-talk. And this is probably some of the biggest stuff. So what we tell ourselves becomes our truth. And if you read the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, there is scientific proof and studies that show how much we actually repeat a certain thought becomes a part of our personality. All right. So our self-talk, first of all, it's based on a blueprint of when we were kids. So that doesn't really ring true for us, because depending on what kind of childhood we had, you might have a great blueprint, but you might have a really hurt and wounded one. So with that, as we are older and we can heal ourselves, right? We can start creating I don't want to say a different personality, but a personality that's more rooted in self-love, in peace and flow and ease. And you can see I'm like using this because it's just all alignment. It's just aligning with your true purpose, your true self. All right, so some ways you can begin to change your self-talk is, first, you have to be aware of your self-talk. You have to stop, which sounds so like, but that's so simple. But is it? How often are we sitting in thought? You guys, we sit 95% of our time in like not being conscious at all. Like we're just fucking we're just autopilot. I have a potty mouth sometimes, but we're autopilot, right? We spend 95% of our time on autopilot and not being the observer and not being the witness and not being aware of what's actually turning up here. So the best way to begin to recognize your self-talk and the way the world that you're creating around you is to be aware of what you're thinking and be aware of what you're feeling. Because if you're thinking, oh, today's gonna be a good day, I'm gonna be really happy, but inside you're feeling doubtful of that truth, you will always attract what you're feeling over what you're thinking. Those two things need to be in alignment. So just start pivoting a little bit towards something that is a little more congruent, right? So if you can say, all right, like all I focus on is my cellulite, or the fact that everybody at work is smarter than I am, or whatever it is. You know what? Today I'm going to focus on the fact that I am healthy. All right, I'm healthy. Or today at work I'm going to focus on the fact that I am always the one that's on time and willing to put in willing to go the extra mile. I may not be the smartest one or feel the smartest one, but I am the one that is there and present and excited. And that's what I'm going to focus on. Then that becomes an alignment because of how you feel about it. All right. And that becomes so, and you can always appreciate your health. There's not a day. And if you do not appreciate your health, please go do some Google research on, or just picture a time in your life when you were not healthy and what did you want? All you wanted was to be healthy again. God, I just want to feel good again. Oh, I hate being sick. I just want to feel good again. So that is a really easy space to step into, is being thankful for your health, being thankful for your limbs, being thankful for what they provide, your senses. And then you're in alignment, because you can say that and you can feel it. And then you're in alignment to start shifting that stuff and shifting the self-talk. And then as you become aware of what's going on up here, because you're stepping back and being like, man, I beat myself up daily, or I really do make myself smaller. I walked into a room full of men and instantly felt less than, or I walked into a room full of beautiful women and maybe they weren't. Here's the thing about beautiful women. Beautiful women are beautiful because they own their space. They may not be the textbook image or what we learn as beautiful, but because they own it. And maybe you walk into a room and you feel that and instantly feel small. Stop and ask yourself, what is it in them that is making me feel that way? All right, because they shouldn't have to apologize for who they are, but why am I not stepping into that? And let that be a light for you, that is also a reflection of your capabilities. So start being aware of where you're not owning your truth and where you're making yourself small, because the world needs you to be big, and you deserve to be big, and you deserve to feel like your beautiful self, living day in and day out. And it doesn't mean that every day you're going to be happy and like crazy and joyful, but it does mean that you'll be able to shift out of the shitty moods a little bit faster, or you'll be able to shift back to gratitude a little bit faster. And that is where life begins to feel good. So if you caught the live at any point of this, I forgot to say this in the beginning, go ahead and leave me. You guys know I love my heart emojis. I love the Queen of Hearts emoji because I'm a queen, as are all of you. I've been using that freaking heart emoji forever. I love it. I don't know why. If you're catching the replay, leave me a peace sign. And then just let me know. You guys, I get a lot of private messages. A lot of people don't feel comfortable on my feed for whatever reason to comment, which is totally fine. I completely honor that. Sometimes we're going through stuff in life that we don't want other people to see that we commented in, or just even like, hey, we resonate with this, because maybe we're not open for questions on like, hey babe, why do you resonate with that? Or hey friend, why do you resonate with that? So feel free to message me too. I get a lot of private messages about what I post. But yeah, if you feel comfortable commenting or posting on ways that has helped you to step into your truth and owning yourself, share it. If you have trouble with that, message me or comment. But I would love to hear your own experiences, or maybe even like you guys have a friend that you see that does this and maybe want to know how to help her. So lots of love and light on this, what is this, Tuesday? I don't even know. I just create and work and it's so fun. I don't even know what day it is. But lots of love and light, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave those emojis, and I'll talk to you guys soon.